Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super theory, discussion, speculation video, whatever you want to call it. I am once again joined by Kihokai 1994, and before we get started, I want everyone to go down to the description section below, hit that link, and go subscribe to this man because he makes some really awesome content. But with that being said, man, how are you? Say hello to everyone listening right now.
What's up, YouTubers? How's everybody doing? We're just sitting here talking about how we think the tournament's going to end.
Or playthrough, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about, and I thought, you guys saw the thumbnail, which I'm pretty sure you've seen from time to time. But at the same time, we saw the title of the video, and I think that that's an interesting title because we're wondering whether or not the Tournament of Power is just the second part in a three-part story. That's right, is the Tournament of Power a three-part story? And basically, to preface this, what we're talking about really is we got the build-up, which was, and if you count it, it's one of the longest arcs of Dragon Ball Super thus far. I'm not necessarily sure, but I'm pretty sure we've only had about 4 episodes, just 4 episodes of the actual fight. So we're talking about like 21 episodes of build-up. And potentially, and the fight is just getting started. I mean, we just were told the last episode, 101, that now, right now, all of the fodder is almost out. Like, at this point, like, everyone who's really hardcore is still in the fight. And at this point, I mean, we still got Jiren and Toppo, all of Universe 6, and most of Universe 7. We got all of Universe 2, some people in Universe 3 still left, and everything. The only universe that's completely out is Universe 9. And we all knew those guys were super, doomed from the very start. They had the lowest mortal level. They were in the primary, the preliminary matches, just all the lead-up stuff. They weren't necessarily going to be that important. But, man, what do you think about this? Do you think that the lead-up with all, 20, 21 episodes of all of that, and then this particular tournament, which could potentially be just as long, is just one part and then the second part of a 3-part story? Because one of the things we got, and we will be dealing with spoilers here, so this is your final warning with spoilers, man. We had some kind of a leak that suggests that even though they know the stakes, even though we know as an audience the stakes of this particular tournament, with Goku in the picture that you're looking at right here, with his shirt completely torn off, not something we've ever really seen very much of in Dragon Ball Super. This is pure Dragon Ball Z days. Super destroyed in some kind of a new form, looking all badass. And certain things are going to go down that are going to be way too hectic for even Goku or anyone else. No one's expecting. Are we going to get interrupted at the beginning or end of this tournament and move on to an even greater threat that's going to put the multiverse in that much more of a risk? I know that was a mouthful. What are your thoughts?
So you and me did a video a long time ago, years ago, eons ago, about how we don't think there should be 2 Xenos anymore. Xenos, however you want to say it. And I have a feeling that there may be a certain angel that doesn't think that there should be 2 Xenos either. And it's a joke, and it's a running joke, and I say it in all unseriousness, but we see the Grand Priest smile all the time. That little cocky, evil smile. But I could totally see the Tournament of Power going for 11 more episodes, and then we're going to have something just dramatic happen. Something's going to upset someone, and we're going to be shown a little bit of evil, and that little bit of evil is going to have to be solved. And I don't know if it's going to be, because the gods of destruction aren't stronger than their angels. Their angels are their attendants. They teach them. So, I mean, even if all of them ganged up against a few angels, the angels could still possibly whoop them. I mean, they could still take them out. The only person that could really take out the angels are the Xenos. And if one of them isn't there anymore, then they're half as strong at that point. There's not 2 of them, there's only 1. And even though he's all-powerful, the angels, I don't even know if it's possible for the angels to die, because when the gods of destruction die, they just go inert, like the Dragon Balls. So I could see that being the ending of this. I mean, there's a couple other ideas that I have that are kind of just funny or little things that would be kind of nice to see. But I mean, if we see a rebellion of angels, fallen angels, would be a very good, plot point to see. And we could potentially have that be the end of the tournament, and that's the reason why all the universes don't get wiped out. I mean, we could still use the Super Dragon Balls to bring back 11, but 11. It was 11, right?
9.
9. My bad. Yeah. So we could have them bring back 9, and I mean that. I could see that being the end. I could really see maybe not no more universes getting erased, but, not as many. And then we would need all of our Saiyans and our Jirens and the rest of our Pride Troopers and our Hit and everybody to take on a fallen angel.
It would be interesting, if you put it like that, it would be interesting if they forgot about Universe 9. I mean, Universe 9 was the lowest mortal level to begin with. It would make sense as like, we'll just get rid of that universe and we'll just kind of, let everything kind of go copacetic. In fact, I mean, one of the things they've been setting up here, one of the things that we're setting up here, honestly, just hear me out. Like, one of the things, and it's weird too, but they've been kind of showing or showcasing Universe 3 as the next fodder universe. Like, it's just the next universe that's going to get taken out way too easily. And, just doing the math, like, that is Universe 9's twin. So it would be interesting if you take out just one pair of twin universes, making everything copacetic. Instead of 6 twins, you have 5 twins. You have 10 universes. You don't necessarily need to bog yourself down. Those universes were interesting, but they weren't the most interesting out of all the ones that we've seen. I mean, to the most part, I think 3 is actually really interesting, but that's just me. I think take out those 2 universes and then have something go on. So, like, that's another 11 episodes or something. That way, everything stays a little bit copacetic. You still have an equal number of universes. You don't have an odd number. There's no interesting thing. There's no thing there. You and I have discussed, like you said, like we discussed, like destroying all the Xenos. Or Xenos basically eliminating or erasing each other, either because they disagree on something. I mean, it could be something really impactful. It could be something really silly, as a lot of people have pointed out to me, is like, what happens if Goku gets eliminated? Like, would they get into such a disagreement because the future Zeno doesn't know Goku, but the present Zeno does, and that's seemingly something they don't necessarily agree on based on one of their previous.
It's like his favorite person.
Yeah, it's like one of the previous episodes is like, who do you think is gonna win? Is like, I think Goku's universe is gonna win. It's like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna win. It's like, nah, he's really strong. Like, come on, and like that's the thing that is going to be really interesting to see. So, like, there's a multitude of reasons why they might disagree. We've already seen they're not necessarily copacetic. They're not necessarily mirror images of each other, as they keep showing the guy keep raising the wrong hand for whatever reason. It's not funny. If it doesn't mean anything, it's stupid, then stop doing it. So I think that...
And they keep repeating phrases differently with the, like, moderately the same words.
And that's the thing. It's like they have these weird ways of communicating and showcasing and correcting each other, or correcting one's correct. Like, the future one keeps correcting himself, or at least not necessarily showing the same, I guess, thought process or something as his present self. So there's this weird thing between them. And if they were to erase each other, it would be interesting to see, like, it doesn't even have to be the Grand Priest is evil. It could literally go to the, it could literally be, you pay off Frieza's all subplot where he's plotting against Zeno. It's like, you won't always reign supreme or something, and I'm doing something, I'm trying to play you. And Frieza was the one who basically came out and been like, I tricked you, as you did a video in my channel a while ago, basically saying, like, what if Frieza uses Frost to, I guess, trick the Zenos and make them not understand, like, if Frost gets out, or if Frieza gets out, they think and they mark off Frost or something like that, and giving Universe 7 some kind of an edge. And because that's Goku's universe, they get into a fight and erase each other during the tournament, and you're like, oh man, and that causes universal chaos. Frieza basically wins, and then it's just a power struggle the whole time, like who's going to going to grasp that vacuum of power? Is it going to be a god of destruction, or an angel, or the Grand Priest, or is Frieza going to continue doing the maniacal crap and all this other stuff to actually create an unimaginable amount of chaos in this world of the void, and everyone starts fighting or something to create just the most epic story we've ever seen in Dragon Ball Super and take us out of the universe survival arc?
That would be like super character building and like super evil if Frieza, like, you know, just toss Frost under the bus. Like, how are you gonna toss your mirror image under the bus? That would make him like the tyrannical dictator leader that he really is, and I guess that would complete his story out.
He already is, yeah, but I mean, he's already sworn vengeance, or sworn that he'd get on top of Zeno somehow. And it's hard to see how unless he knows, or at least he's contemplating of a way to do that. And you honestly don't know one way or the other how it's going to play out. But there's so many different ways that you could play this. It could be Frieza, it could be the Grand Priest, it could be one of the angels, it could be one of the mortals that they've kind of come up with or talked about in passing. It could be so many things that take this off course, this whole tournament off course, and only destroy a couple universes, don't necessarily have the same impact, but put everyone at their wits' end and fighting one of the hardest fights that we've ever had our heroes fight in the entire series, thus kind of making it Dragon Ball Super's interpretation of, you know, the Boo arc basically started that way, where it was like, oh, it's just, you know, like a friendly tournament and everything, and then it becomes like the most dastardly thing that we've ever seen, and like the most universal catastrophic event that we've ever seen in the entire series up until that point, because the guy is just basically unstoppable. This could be where we're heading, and it could be interesting to see, you know, the build up to this tournament, and then the tournament of power basically being a first act, second act, and now we're going to, in the next couple episodes, even if it's 10, 15, 17 episodes later, into a third final and amazing like 10, 15 episode arc that just plays all into each other.
And even after that arc, that last third part could be all of the universes actually having like a treaty or like an understanding of each other, and not like, oh, I'm not going to come invade your world. Because I mean, we've seen that there are vehicles like the cube that Whis and Beerus can use and everything, that they can actually travel between universes, and there's probably that kind of vehicle in other universes. I mean, do you really think Beerus and Whis are special and have the only one? So like, after this fight, I mean, what stops any of these people coming to Universe 7 and finding Earth? Nothing. So I mean, the end of this could be the treaty that we need to have for the end of Z to happen without, you know, Jiren being there. So it's just something interesting that like a third act to this could make it evil, and it would kind of reminisce, because I mean, the Future Trunks arc was pretty evil and pretty dastardly. So I mean, if it goes back to that, I'd be happy with it. I liked the Future Trunks arc. That's an unpopular opinion, but I really liked it, even the ending.
I thought it was okay. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to buy it. I can't wait to own all of it. but the thing is, I mean, we could do that. We could do other things instead of like, yeah, there's like a treaty or there's an understanding. You go like Yu Yu Hakusho again. You could kind of steal or pick from Yu Yu Hakusho, where they had, you know, we need a Zeno if the Zenos destroy each other or something, if that's how they're going to play off of this. Because one of the things is, if there's one thing that we got from the Future Trunks arc that really impacted our particular universe, is that Zeno is, there's two of them now. And that's weird. I don't necessarily think that's going to stay. So like, yeah, if the Zenos erase each other, or for whatever reason, the Zenos are just gone at the end of this, then what if it's like there's a power struggle, power vacuum that they fight for, and they come to an understanding? It's like, look, like they take another page from the Yu Yu Hakusho book and basically go, well, we'll get the mortals or something, we'll do Mortal Kombat, and like, and you know, whoever wins, like the angel of that universe gets to be Zeno for an unspecified amount of time, and then that kind of sets it up for the ending of Z, where Goku's training Pan and Oob and Goten and all these other people, because you need to kind of usher in the next generation to continue with these tournaments that they have, so Whis or someone can continue to be the Grand Priest, or Grand Priest or Zeno or something, in order to keep the universes in balance. Something like that would be kind of cool.
What if it was even Vados that was evil? I mean, she's had such a bad attitude since we first saw her. I wouldn't say bad, but she has such a despicable attitude, especially towards, like, Champa. Like, it's like that monkey's paw kind of concept. Like, he says one thing, she does it, but she does it, like, to the hubris of his question. Like, you said you were going to get all the strongest fighters. Well, you didn't say I couldn't get assassins, so that's who I picked.
Exactly. If it's Vados that's evil, I'm going to be ecstatic, because that's the one thing I've been parading this whole time. So I would be really excited about that. But guys, with this being said, like MJ likes to say all the time, this is just a discussion between me and Kihokai. We are not the beginning or the end of this conversation. It really goes to you guys in the comment section below. So we want to hear all y'all's thoughts and opinions about this particular thing. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please make sure to go down to the description section below and hit that link and go check out Kihokai, because this guy makes really awesome content, and you should really do your best to support this guy and all the smaller YouTubers that are on this channel, or just on YouTube in general, because they do make some really interesting content. Some of them are really trying to get noticed with stuff that you've never heard before. So anyway, with that being said, do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Share this video out to all your friends. Please make sure to hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. And with that being said, guys, I want everyone to have a good day. It's been real.